Good morning. Good morning. For most people, it's afternoon. For some of us on the East Coast, by a few seconds. So, welcome to our Monday Mastermind. And for those of you who are watching on the recording, you can always go to our ygrowglobal.com and you can see more information about our group, what we do, how we help each other, and how we love to help agents grow and build their business. So today we've got a great guest that I've watched grow in his career
Oh man.
since he's been here. It's been amazing to see all the stories and everything. And one of the things that was neat though is that Caleb, I was introduced to him by one of our agents out of Florida. He said, "Hey, why don't you get on a Zoom and with this sharp kid up in Pennsylvania?" And we started talking. And Caleb, welcome to the mastermind. How's it going?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
So how long ago has it been since that first conversation that we had on Zoom?
I think right about 4 years ago, maybe
four
a
Four
years.
little
years
bit
ago.
over. Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, How
hmm
how old were you then?
I had just turned 20.
Yep.
Just
Oh
turned 20
man,
years old.
yes. Yep.
And if I remember correctly, you were with Coldwell Banker.
I was. Yeah.
Yep. How
Yep.
long were you there?
Not even 4 full months. I was there
Not
for
even
three
four
and a
full
half
months,
months.
right? Well, if from what I remember, you were kind of frustrated with your experience there. Tell me about that.
Oh man. To give you the cliff notes, I just didn't get the support that I needed. As a new agent, I wasn't told like what to do. I didn't have my hand held. I wasn't told like, hey, do this to be successful, do this.
hmm
And then, giving me that boost. It was like, just go to an open house, just do this. On top of that, my splits were horrible. I
Wow.
was working extremely hard. At that time, in 4 months, I did two transactions, and they were both for sale by owners that I had generated by myself to list.
Oh man.
And I was making no money, working so hard, and I was
Hmm.
just getting really sick of it. So yeah.
So when
That's
we had that conversation that first time about EXP, what attracted you to look at our company and what we were doing?
I mean, there's so many things about EXP. I think ultimately the biggest thing was being a part of you and Kim assisting me and boosting boosting me into my career.
Mhm.
I knew that I needed more. I always
Mhm.
say that, a mentor can take you so far. And I saw both of your success and I saw where your guys' success is. And I'm like, I want to be there. You
Mhm.
don't want to be mentored from somebody who's doing two or three deals a year. You want to be mentored from
Mm-mm.
somebody who's mentoring other agents who are successfully selling well over multiple millions of dollars. You
Mhm.
had mentioned how you guys had a team that was selling over $1 billion in a year,
Mhm.
one singular year, which was
Oh,
like, wow, I have to be
Yeah.
part of this. EXP as well, like, just the opportunity for multiple streams of income, capping out, getting 100% commission. Really, I saw the writing on the walls of, I can get more money and I can spend more time with my family. And I
mm,
was like, at this current brokerage, the more I work, I'm going to continue to have horrible splits. And then I'm still going to be away from my family and have less money. So that sounds
Mm.
horrible. So why not take the keys to the perfect opportunity? So that's why I made the shift right away. And yeah, so
very
I've
good.
been
So
here
so
for
when
4 years now.
when we first were talking, one of the things that you were very interested in was investment properties. And we were talking about the opportunity for investment properties in your area. You mentioned that you lived in one of the poorest counties in the nation, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So 16509 is the zip code that I lived in at the time. I'm now in 16508, which is right outside of it. But 16509 is, if you look it up, it's the lowest income in the United States on average per person. And I saw that as opportunity, whereas many people don't see that as opportunity.
So what were your first few transactions like when you came on to EXP? What were you getting into?
Well, it was a mix. So some of it was investments, some of it was also residential. When I was at Coldwell Banker, like I mentioned, I was there for 4 months and I only did 2 transactions. I generated all of that. When I came over to EXP, I was here for 2 months. I did 4 transactions. So more than double, or double in half the time. And you gave me the keys of how to bring those clients about. They weren't for sale by owner. They came directly to me.
So tell me about the investment side. Are you just working with investors to find them homes, or do you actually invest in real estate yourself now?
Yeah, it's a mix of it all. So I sell residential properties, single family homes. I also sell investments, buying, selling, and I also invest myself. I would say that a lot of people, agents as well in Erie, refer to me as the investor agent. I've actually had people from other brokerages send their clients to me, no referral fee, and say, "Hey, Caleb's the investor agent. Like, you got to work with him." And I'm like, "Hey, I'll take it." So I've had great opportunities to work with people on investing, and then I also invest as well. I've owned 47 units altogether. I bought 40. I bought my first 2 unit at 19 years old, and then I bought 45 units at 20. I ended up selling off some of the portfolio just to stabilize it, take some of that capital, invest into flips. So we've got a mix of it all. But the investment side of things, as far as assisting clients, it's so much fun. Just getting to hear about their strategies. Every single buyer has a different buy box. And hearing what that is, looking at different properties and putting them together. Sometimes hearing the buy box and seeing a property and sending it to them saying, "Hey, you know what? I don't think that this is in your buy box, but I thought of you." It's crazy how much that one text like makes people say, "Oh, wow, you thought of me. I'm going to check it out." And then also from there, they are, sorry, I saw something come up on my screen here. They begin to trust you. So it's really, really exciting. So I have a lot more to say about that, but I know we've only got an hour here, so
That's all right. So tell me about your first investment properties that you did as an agent.
As far as representing
No,
clients,
for you, your personal purchases.
yeah. So personal purchases, like I said, I bought a duplex, 19 years old. I bought that for, I believe, $60,300 is what we settled on, plus also seller assist. So that was a really nice 2-unit, downstairs, 2-bed, 1-bath, upstairs was a 2-bed, 1-bath that we converted into a 3-bed, 1-bath. Ended up turning it around 2 years later, selling for $85,000. On top of the tax benefits. If you're not familiar with investing in real estate, you have depreciation, which you can take advantage of. Obviously, talk to your accountant about what that looks like, and appreciation too. So values are going up. You can also increase the value by renovations. And then on top of that, the income that came in through the rentals and the monthly cash flow. So that was the first one. The second one, we bought a 16-unit building in Erie. We bought it completely off market, but because I'm a realtor, I still got paid a 3% commission, which is super exciting.
Of course.
Without my license, I would never have been able to do that. And at EXP, you get personal deals, so I was able to keep all that 3% commission. So not only did I buy, I literally got paid to buy real estate, which was
right.
exciting. It was like day one. Here's 15 grand. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. So that was awesome. So we owned that. We knew that that was going to be a property that had a lot of value add. So we ended up renovating 12 out of the 16 units. The average rent there was $475. I knew I could get it up to $725. So we bumped those rents immensely and then turned around and sold it in April of 2025. And then we still own 29 units, about an hour south of me. I remotely manage those. I really love that. It's a small little town in Greenville, Pennsylvania. We actually own 10% of the rentals in that town.
Wow.
That's just to put into perspective how tiny the town is.
Right.
But those are really stabilized. They're all really nice turnkey properties, and it's fun to manage those.
Yeah. Now, is that something you're going to continue to invest yourself into real estate?
Yes, I would love to. Right now, I'm heavily focusing on flips, so that way I can start to buy the larger portfolios with 100% equity for myself and my wife. So that's what I'm primarily focused on. So it's a big cash play, so that way I can have the long-term play in the future.
Well, so tell us about your residential business. So your buyers and sellers, how are you getting and finding your buyers and sellers in this market?
All right. It's so simple. Social media, and
Yeah.
it's free.
Yeah.
It's free.
So what do you do? Tell us
So,
what you do. What's your normal day on social media?
you just need to be the local expert in whatever you love. So I'll give an example of something that I just did completely free. I did something called Sold on Erie. So it's a series of why somebody would be sold on living in Erie, moving to Erie. And it also came at a perfect time too, because Erie, Pennsylvania just got ranked as the second hottest market in the United States by Realtor.com. And
Yeah.
so I'm seeing that people are moving here and like loving it. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to attract somebody from out of town to work with me to buy or to sell? And so all I did was I promoted local businesses for free on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And so all we did was I interviewed them. I said, hey, tell us about this place. And they tell us about it. I'd say, tell us some of your specials. Okay, how long have you guys been open? How can somebody get in contact with you? Why would somebody come in here? Just giving a Cliff Note, maybe 2-minute video. And then sometimes people did a giveaway, which was super exciting too. And from there, I generated a $464,000 client for free.
Nice.
That was just in July. On top of
Well,
that, I also got another client that's looking to buy in the $200,000 range. And for some of you in California, I know it's like, oh, 200,000, 400,000, that's nothing. But in Erie, the average sale price is about 230. So that's a big deal.
yeah.
So California, essentially just double whatever your average is. That's the type of
Right.
listing that you got.
Right.
So yeah, so exciting. Just being different than what other agents are doing. I would say almost every single agent is doing a sold listing. Like you promote the solds, you promote the new listings. But are you doing anything else in between? Are you providing value to clients? Are you sharing information about different mortgages? I've really noticed, and this is really key. I would write this down if you're taking notes. A lot of things that buyers don't understand is that they can put less than 20% down on a mortgage. So many times, like I'm young, I'm 24 years old. A lot of my friends are looking to start buying homes, and I'm already helping some of them, but they're like, oh, I don't have 20% down. And I'm like, you don't need 20% down. You can do a 5% conventional, 3.5 FHA. And they're like, whoa. And I'm like, then tell them about seller assist. Like, that's free content. And I know that some people are like, well, I can't get in front of video, but you have to start somewhere. If you want to be different, if you want the leads to come to you for free, do the videos. You're going to look weird, but that's okay. I look weird sometimes. Every single video I did, I messed up on when I did the sold on Erie. And I told the people that I'm interviewing, the business owners, I'm like, I'm gonna mess up, but that's okay. We're working through it. And if people say anything negative about you, they're just hating that they're not doing what you're
Right.
doing. So
Right.
Right.
continue doing what you're doing, and you're gonna stand out. Every single lead that I have, I don't pay a single penny for leads. I'm full time. My wife is stay at home. How great
Mm.
would that be
Nice.
for you?
Right, right.
This
And
is possible.
it's I learned this a long time ago, and I've been teaching my agents for 30 years. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep.
Mhm.
Because you can spend a ton of money on marketing, but not make a lot of money. So,
Right.
and you know what's funny is your sold on Erie fell in my feed. I got to see those, and they were great. I loved them.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it.
So,
So
so did you have any pushback from the owners at all, or were they glad to interview?
Yeah, I would say about 95% of people were really happy to be interviewed. There was only one time where, somebody was like, "Oh, we have a marketing company." And I'm like, this isn't about like I'm not trying to
Positive.
get anything out of this. Like I wasn't even saying this is Caleb Kowalczyk with eXp Realty. I did that for a couple
Right.
videos. But as I went on, I'm like, this is Caleb Kowalczyk standing here with the owner
amazing.
of this place. Maybe it's a meat market. Maybe it's a
Yes.
restaurant. Maybe it's the coffee shop. Like I interviewed the number one coffee shop in Erie, and people loved that. And now anybody who's coming to Erie, where can I get coffee? Oh, you're going to Lucky Bean. Lucky Bean sells their beans. Talking about that, they're opening another location. Talking about bringing the tiramisu latte on. It's just so much value, and people love that. And one thing before I forget, I gained like 600 followers from this. Again,
Mm.
free, completely free. All people that are local because I only promoted local businesses.
Right.
Love
Well, and
it.
that's one of the questions I was going to ask is what kind of responses are you getting from the viewers?
Oh man, people are asking me to do another month.
Yeah.
They loved it. They were like, I learned about new things in Erie that I didn't even know about.
Right.
People were saying like, wow, I didn't realize how nice Erie was. Oh, I didn't realize that Erie
Wow.
has this burger place or this high-end restaurant. Or I also interviewed some like 501c3s. Like there's one called Happy Bark here in Erie. And they've saved two what you would call kill centers to now they're just like a rescue center. So now that they don't kill the dogs, they keep the dogs and they rehome them, which is crazy. They've saved 1,400 dogs' lives. And
Wow.
people absolutely loved that. So it was, again, just promoting different things for completely free. Um, People love it. People love
I,
content.
So what's
so
what's next? So you do anything next
Mhm.
with with
Oh,
with the,
yeah.
with the social media? What's next for social media? Anything unique?
That's a great idea. Right now, because of this sold on Yuri doing so well and getting a lot of feedback,
Yeah.
I've actually had to hire a virtual assistant to help me with my
Yay.
CRM, my marketing, all of that. So her name is Chris. I'm really excited for her to help with that. So she's coming on. She's going to help me with the back end stuff, so that way I can primarily focus on showings and more like content like this.
Yeah.
Um, I would
Mm.
say I'm definitely going to do one more week of Sold on Erie. I'm thinking sometime around Christmas is when I'd like to do it. It's kind of like a giving back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gifts around Christmas.
I love it.
As of right now, at this very time, August 17th of 26, I don't have anything planned. I probably should, but I don't have anything planned at this time. I'm strictly focusing on the virtual assistant and bringing
Yeah.
Chris on.
So Caleb, um, for the listeners who listening to this, can you tell us what inspired you to get into real estate at like the very early age, bought your first duplex at 19 years old? I mean, like give people the backup who this rock star is. I mean, Rob and I love you when we first met you. I mean, love at first sight, right? We like this.
Yeah.
young gentleman here is who I want our son to emulate. Literally, I told Rob that I'm like imagine Cash become like Caleb. That's always been, because when you see a role model, I mean, so focused in business, got married and take his wife and do that patriotic. I mean, like his wife staying home. It's like you living what I've been preaching on like every Sabbath. I'm like Sabbath day. I'm preaching all this. So can you tell us, give us a little background of how you come about getting into real estate and buying your first duplex, and what does it feel like?
Yeah, great question. So, going back to high school, it was my senior year. I did not want to do anything in college. I took a test. I went down to the guidance counselor. They called everybody down that's a senior, and they had us take a test. And I told her the answers to every single question, and she gave me this job, and I'm like, that sounds so boring, like so boring, and also like it just was not for me at all.
Right.
And also on top of that, I'd have to go to college for 4 years, and I'd have like $80,000 in debt. So I'm like,
Wow.
okay, so in 4 years from now, so like my age now
Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
year ago, I'd be coming out with all this debt and low
Wow.
income on a job that I hate. So I'm like, okay, like I started praying, and I'm like, all right, God,
Yes.
I'm asking for an
Yes.
opportunity where I can be with my wife, with my family.
Mm.
I want to get married young, very serious with my girlfriend at the
Yes.
time. Now we're married, just celebrated 3 years last month.
Mhm.
And I want to have enough income so that way my wife can be a stay-at-home mom. And then on top of that, I also want to have enough time so that way I can be involved in my church. I don't want a
Mm.
job where I'm working, 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 and then I have no time for the Lord either. So I'm like,
Mhm.
God, I know that you can make a way. So
Yes.
he made a way. And so how
Yes.
that is I got introduced to, like Rob had mentioned at the start of this call, I got introduced to a real estate investing mentor at the time, down in Florida. Got connected. He was mentoring my parents, and he ended up mentoring me. And he's like, you know what, you should get your real estate license. And I'm like, why? Like, I just want to real estate invest. Like, that's all I want to do. And he's like, well, this is the benefit of this. Like, you get first access to homes that go on the MLS. You're going to get paid a commission. You save the commission when you list, like all these different things. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? Like, I don't see it, but I trust you. So I did it, and I've fallen in love with being a realtor.
Mm.
And so I actually ended up buying my first duplex 4 months before I became a realtor, or 3 months before I became a realtor.
Mm.
Funny story. I haven't really ever told anybody this, but um, I'm not the greatest test taker, but I'm very determined. So when
Same.
I took my real estate test, I failed 7 times.
I love it.
7 times.
Yay.
And so, but I knew that, the Lord had given me this opportunity. So I wanted to step into it and not delay
Mhm.
anything. So I'm like, I'm going to push through. I've already taken the courses. I'm going to continue to take the tests. So I ended
Love
up
it.
passing I can't remember if it was the Pennsylvania or the national exam on the third time. And then it took me 7 times to pass the other one. So that again, I got licensed, started August 1st of 2022, and then ended up selling two deals in that month, or in that, to the end of the year. And then I had talked with Rob in August of 2022, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I just joined Coldwell Banker. Like, they're saying that they're going to do all these things, and I didn't get it. So I'm like, you know what, Rob, Rob and Kim have proven success. So I'm gonna give them a shot. And
Mhm.
like I said, within 2 months, I had 4 transactions that all came to me. I didn't have to go and call the for sale by owner. And I know I could do a lot more transactions if I cold called, but I don't do that. Every
Mm.
single lead comes to me. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I kind of
Man, that's
That's
amazing
perfect.
detail. Is the younger generation, the young professionals needed to hear your story of how you came about, because what you're going through is a lot of young gentlemen that I've been kind of coaching with Cass age, his friend, all his football players, and so Cash is starting one, and he just on his birthday of 17 years old, he just turned 17, August 8th, and he's like,
awesome.
Mom, I'm gonna tell you first. I'm gonna tell you now that I think I've decided I'm gonna go real estate. I'm like,
Let's
I gotta
go.
keep my cool. I gotta keep my cool. I didn't sound like jumping like a
Yeah, right.
maniac. I'm like, yes, tell me more about it. Just telling me cool.
Yeah.
But he's like, yep, I decided 18. I'm gonna go for it, Mom. So you
Oh, come
ready
on.
for me? I'm like, all right, let's talk to Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love it.
So
Well, that's
so
a
this
good
story
direction
would
to
help.
go in. But
Hmm.
what we getting involved in real estate so young, did you
Hmm.
have any pushback because of your age in the beginning, and how'd you overcome that?
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Quick.
yeah. So like I said, I was 20 years old when I got my license, and I had the pushback of like, oh, you're so young. Like, I don't know. I kind of want somebody who's been in the business for 30 years, or
Hmm.
somebody who's sold a lot. And the way that I overcame that is I said, look, I might be young. I might not have a ton of transactions, but because I'm young, I'm eager, I'm hungry. I'm going to work
Hmm.
hard for you. I don't have a family right
Listen,
now, so I'm going to work starting at 7 a.m. to 12 p.m.
I
Or,
love
well,
it.
I guess it would be 12 a.m. because it's
Yeah,
midnight.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, not
We
five
know what you
hours.
mean.
No,
Yeah.
not 5 hours. We're gonna work 17 hours.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
just being available for people,
Yes.
proving like, hey, I'm very familiar with social media,
Hmm.
and that's also something that I stand out on my videos. I actually just had somebody, I had a title company reach out to me saying, "You always have the best listings. You always have the best videos," and I'm like, that's incredible. Out of 780 agents, they're saying that about me when there's many people who
Hmm.
are doing more producing, but I've niched myself in that. Can you remind
Hmm.
me what was the second part to your question?
Yeah. So how'd you overcome the issues?
Young,
Yeah.
being young.
Um,
Being young.
again, just continuing to just show like I can do these things and I can do them just as good, if not better.
Hmm.
The older agents might not understand social media either.
Right,
So, like, are you really wanting to hire somebody who might just stick your listing in the MLS, put a sign in the yard, and call it a day? Or are you wanting
right,
somebody who's going to go through, do 2D floor plans? They're going to do maybe 3D floor plans, a video, utilizing AI to attract a buyer. I also do something really different in it's a listing presentation. I call it a listing conversation. But
Yeah.
in there, I ask them questions. And the reason why I ask them questions is because I say the exact thing that attracted you to this house is the exact thing that's going to bring a buyer just like you in. And so I ask them questions. I put that together. I put my thoughts down, and then I throw it into ChatGPT, or if you use Claude or
hmm,
Grok, whatever you use,
hmm,
and it makes it look even more exciting. And you put that in the description, and it makes you stand out so much more. So instead of just like, oh, really nice 3-bed ranch on
hmm.
half an acre, like updated hot water tank, make it yours today. It's like, no, we're going to go through open layout, granite countertops, brand new cherry cabinets, roof installed in 2022. The backyard is perfect for the dogs, for your
Hmm.
pups to play, since it's since it's what is it called? A fenced in backyard.
Thanks,
Um,
Rebecca.
just painting the picture for them instead of just talking about the facts, painting the picture of like, wow, we can have a dog here, or this is perfect. We can bring our dog. We don't have to install a fence, like all the different things. So,
I
just showing that value. The other thing is I also have options for my sellers to choose from. And so I'm a firm believer that every single seller is different. So I'll use the example. I see Rob is in here. Kim is in here. I see Laura is in here. Who else? We've got a bunch of people in here. Patricia, Tony, Emerson.
Tony,
The list goes on. So each and every single one of you is different in your own beautiful way. God created each one of us differently. So every time you're going to go to sell a house, you might want something different than what Laura might want. Laura, you might want something different than Emerson. Emerson, you're going to want something different than Rob. Same thing for Tony. And so why would I are you okay if I go down this little rabbit hole for a second?
Go right ahead.
Keep going. All right. You're doing great.
So I always had this awkward conversation when they'd say, "How much do you charge?" I'd be like, and then I'd undercut myself. I'd make no money, and I'd say, "But I provide this, I provide this, I provide this, I provide this," and it's all verbal, and people aren't going to remember it. So, if you're available, I want you to pull out your notes, whether it's a notes app or if you have a pen and paper. I want you to take maybe a minute, and I want you to just start writing down like what your ideal commission is. And also to the left of it, write down, let's be honest with ourselves, write down what you on average typically make. So you have what you currently make and what your goal is.
Typically make.
Go ahead, Kim.
I'm gonna go. Ideally I love 4. I've done 4 before, a lot of 4, but I usually get 3, and that time I got 4. So most of the time it's because my goal is at 4. Anybody less than that, I'm like, maybe so and so will be a great service for you. I have agents, because I've done this for a while, and I said that I know my value and I know what I can bring. But for the level that you're seeking, I think, Gary Smith down the street, one of my great agents, he's great. Just like if you need a surgery and on your face, hey, you either want me or you want, my associate. And my associate, we okay with 3. It's okay. He is really good. I train him. He's gonna be great. So I usually get, no, we want you, Kim. So we do 4 on all, only because I saw other people. I say, my friend Laura been in business long time, and she doesn't need any business or whatever, and she can do 3. For me, I have, my time is money. And because I know I can save you a lot of time because I've been around the block. So I usually get 4 on my.
Great. So
that's my ideal.
Is that what you put as your goal as well as for 4?
Yes, 4. And then usually I settle, but because you're so nice and you have a young family, Caleb, I'll go for 3 because I like you so much. So I settle for 3. You see what I'm saying? So I go for this, but then I settle for 3.
I totally get you. So I was right. I was in the same spot as you, where I was like, I'd love to make 4, but then I'd feel so awkward, and I'd say, you know what, I typically do 3, and again, these aren't suggestions. This is just my experience.
Right.
I would say I typically do 3, but for you, I'll do 2.5%, and then I just list off things, and I'd ramble, and I'd stutter, and I'd look unprofessional. Right. And I think a lot of us agents can agree that we've all been there at one time. Maybe we're still doing that. But what if you could have something where the seller gets to choose and you still get a commission that you're happy with? So it's a win-win situation. So again, if you're watching this, maybe it's a recording, pause the video, write down what you're currently making on average, and then write down what you would love to make. And then also write down a few things of maybe what you're currently offering if you're watching this recording. For those of us that are live, are you guys okay if I share my screen on what I do?
Please.
Yeah.
All right. All righty. Okay. So something I do that is very different. Now, these are not suggestions. Do not copy and paste this entire thing. But this is what I do. So I go to my clients and I say, when they come, actually, let me take a step back. When they come to me and they say, what do you charge? I no longer have the awkward conversation. I no longer look unprofessional. I no longer ramble. I say, you know what? I actually have some options for you because you need to choose what's best for you. You are in the driver's seat. This is your house. I'm listing it. You're hiring me. I'm going to give you whatever you want. And so you're going to be different than the seller next door, even if I listed their house. So what I do is I have 3 options for you to choose from. And whatever one you want to work with, we can go ahead and move forward with that. So like I said, I used to ramble and then stutter and forget all the things that I wanted to provide. And I'd end up at 2.5%. I'd be over here. I'd be off the page.
Right.
But now, and I'd offer everything in option 1 and option 2 here. Plus sometimes drone photo if I was that desperate. But what I did was I came to my clients, I sent this their way, and I said, these are some options for you. You don't have to make a decision right now. Think about it, and then get back to me. And so what it does, it takes the stress off. It's not a sales pitch. It's okay. I have an option of these things included. Or if I want a little bit more, it's going to cost me more. But, there's value in more. There's value in professional videography, staging suggestions. I just had one client that was curious about the staging suggestions. And I was like, just to clarify, that is not me bringing in any furniture. That's just me telling you, maybe move some furniture out, take stuff off the walls, move furniture around. If you have a budget to maybe update some of the linens, do that as well. So what I'm finding is, again, I would give everything in option 1, option 2. And again, sometimes there's drone photos and drone video for 2.5%. But now I'm finding that most of my clients that list with me are choosing the option 2, the tier 2, 3.5%. And again, I'm not having any awkward conversations. Right. Because it's not awkward. Everybody gets paid. You go to Walmart, you're not like, oh, can I get this candy bar for 50 cents cheaper? No. Like, there's a price. And so you deserve to get paid that too. You don't deserve, like, realtors should not be the only industry known for taking a discount just because. We are hired as professionals to do one of the largest transactions that these people will ever experience in their life. So let's handle it well and get paid for your time. Again, these are not suggestions on pricing. These are not suggestions on what to include. This is more so just to show that you should have a value proposition for them to choose. If you want to use this as an idea, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. Any questions, Robert, Kim?
Yeah. What's been your success rate on this?
100%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So awesome. I started doing this about a year ago.
Yeah.
Every single listing presentation that I've had, I've got it.
Nice.
And I've gotten paid. There was only one time where it was a extreme luxury property. And I was really hoping that they'd choose tier 2. But they went with tier 1. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do tier 2 for the price of tier 1. Because I wanted the videography. I wanted the content. I wanted to get clients by showing the 2D floor plan, which if you don't use a 2D floor plan, there's something free called Casa on your phone. I mean, you can pay for upgraded versions, but don't do that. Just use Casa. You literally walk through with your phone like this and scans. And then within 24 hours, you get the 2D floor plan. So utilize that. That'll make you stand out so much more. People will be able to envision instead of just looking at the photos.
What's
So,
the
but
app again? What's the app to QB?
it's QB Casa. That's CUBICASA. I think it's Spanish. But when you sign in, it's all English, but the name of it is Spanish.
Love
Um,
it.
but yeah, so I've had 100% success rate on this. The only time, I will be honest, the only time that I haven't gotten it is when I was an hour away from the area that I service. And they almost went with me, but then they're like, you know what, we want to go with somebody local. And I'm like, all right, you know what, I understand. There, you can't win them all, but every
No.
single one in Erie that I've had where I've presented this for every single one and I've gotten it. So if you could have a conversation that's not awkward, you're not going to stutter. You're going to get paid what you want, maybe even a little bit more. And also it's going to help you in winning the listings. Set yourself up for the best success. Set yourself
So
up.
so the sellers, how did you find the sellers that you went and did this presentation for?
Social media is about 90% of my clients. The other 10% I get directly through EXP Realty. So EXP, you can receive leads from. There's different things that you can like get certified in for completely free. So like I get all the relocation leads in Erie. I get it's called Revenos, which is just like a different. I mean, Rob, you might be able to explain it better than me, but
Yes.
I'm certified in everything in that. And so they send me, how many leads have they sent me this year? Altogether, they've sent me like $1.5 million this year,
Nice.
which is awesome. And then everything else is social media. But again, I don't pay a single penny for advertising. Everything is utilizing free stuff.
Nice.
So
if
let me
you,
clarify that. Yeah,
yeah,
clarify what Caleb talking about is a program that EXP has to get agents certified, to be a relocation, expert in that area, whatever they are. Or so Caleb signed up and studied that course and followed the program and he got leads. So that's awesome. That's
I'm hearing
yeah,
great things
great.
about that. A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
agents that sign up and get
Mm-hmm.
certified, they're getting leads. That's
Yes.
tremendous.
oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I probably, I mean, it's at least one per month at a minimum.
Yeah. Love it.
And like it's worth it. Because it's free. I mean, the training maybe takes you 2 hours per certification. Some of them are
Mm-hmm.
less. And it's like if you can set yourself up to just start receiving leads that are already qualified, they're ready to go. Like, why wouldn't you? You know, I've been on Op City, which is for Realtor.com, for the longest time, and I've been there for 4 years. I've got two
Wow.
leads out of that. Two.
Whoa.
It's
Two.
just, and it's like everybody. I mean, two leads I converted. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
else was just like, I didn't mean to. I was just looking for an estimate on an estimate on my home,
Mm.
all these different things, and it was just like I only had two convert, but EXP is not that case. Those people are ready to go right away. So, yeah. Any other questions
Nice.
that you guys want to hit on as far as this goes?
Somebody commented, what was the name of the course again? But that was the revenues program with the relocation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. That's
So,
through EXP.
Revenues.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're with EXP, then check out the revenues program for relocation and get certified for that. It's free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So I've got another question for you. Since you're young and you're into technology and social media and all that, what is your tech stack? What are you using day to day? What are the technology, the apps, the language models? What are you doing? What are you using?
Yeah, I mean it's so simple, really. I'm utilizing Facebook, Instagram, and social media, not social media, obviously social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes.
But the great thing is everything that I post that's a video on Facebook, I have it linked to Instagram, and then I just take that video, copy the description, and chuck it onto YouTube too. And so it's like now it's 3 different things that are pushing. I could use TikTok. I don't have TikTok, just because I have my own thoughts about TikTok. But
Right,
I'm
right.
with you. I'm with you.
yeah, I'm not a fan of TikTok.
Me neither.
Real estate aside, I just don't like the app itself.
Right.
So I know that a lot of people have had success on there, but it's
Right.
just not for me. And
Right.
I've seen a lot of people addicted to it, so I don't want to even waste my time on it.
No.
But yeah, I know it sounds so simple, but that's because it is. I've only used those three platforms.
Do you shoot the videos with your phone?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a $10 tripod. Put my phone into it, start recording. And then, I mean, if you want to get fancy, you can spend, there's something called a DJI or I forget what it's called, but it's a little box with some microphones. If you feel like you need to be super professional, you don't have to be, but if that makes you feel more comfortable, I bought a set of 2 for $70 on Amazon. And then
what's the brand of that mic? The mic?
I think it's DJI. It's really nice because anytime there's any wind that comes through, the microphone doesn't pick it up. When I was doing Sold on Erie, I was interviewing my parents own Lake Erie Tree Houses, which is treehouse Airbnbs in Erie. And when we were doing the interview, a helicopter flew right over top of us. If you watch the video, you don't hear a helicopter. Which is just super, super cool. But yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can find it while we're chatting.
So
DJI.
what type? What is it?
DJI Dog Joseph Igloo.
Okay.
I can maybe try and show a little picture here.
That's all right.
Something like that on
Nice.
Amazon. Right now it's $79. It's marked down from $100.
Very cool.
I liked having that because I don't know what to do with my hands a lot of times, so I was able to hold it here.
Hold it, yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's all a preference. So
what do you use? ChatGPT? Do you use Claude? What type of large language model do you use?
Yeah, I use ChatGPT. I've tossed around the idea of transitioning to Claude, just because I've heard a lot of great things about Claude, and the PDFs and the images that it can create. I would not say that I use ChatGPT to its full potential. I just have the free version. The only reason why I utilize ChatGPT is just for, I'll use it for like video suggestions. I'll say, hey, I want to do a video of something like this. Give me you can even go through and say, give me a 30-day or a 1 week or even just a 1 video idea. It can spit out the title, the caption. It can spit out the description of what you can say. Or if you're like, hey, I want to do a Q&A with somebody, you can have it do that too. I definitely don't use it to its full potential. I utilize it more so for the descriptions when doing listings.
Okay.
So that's my main use for it. I would love to dive into it more, but I don't understand it fully. That's the one thing that I don't understand.
Right. Are there any apps that you use for your video editing or posting or anything like that?
Yeah. CapCut is great. It's free. You can cut up videos for completely free. When I did the Sold on Erie, if you're okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this so that way I can see your guys' face.
Yep.
When I did the Sold on Erie series, I did pay for the $16.99 per month version. And from there, you're able to add specific fonts. It's like AI does captions for you just to get people more engaged. That's not required at all, but you know, I just was like, hey, you know what? This is my first time doing videos. I'll just pay for the extra money just for me to feel a little bit more comfortable. So that's what I went ahead and did. And but again, it's completely free. You don't even have to pay for CapCut.
Very cool. So it sounds
Yeah.
like you've got this dialed in and not spending a ton of money on everything.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to keep as much money in your pocket, saving as much time as possible, so that way you can spend it with, you know, your friends, your family, the Lord. For those of you that are believers, I'm a Christian, and I want to spend a lot of time for you know, involved in the church and time with God. So that was super important to me. Again, like I said at the start of this video, if you're just joining in now, a big thing for me was to be able to find something where I have time flexibility. You know, a lot of realtors say like, "Oh, this job is so demanding, I don't have time." But I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't work Sundays, and I don't work after 7 p.m. At all, at all. And my wife's a stay-at-home mom. I've got 2 kids,
I
and
love that.
I do this full time. And like I enjoy it. People understand people understand if you have like boundaries around work and around family, like keeping them separated, and people respect them as long as it's communicated ahead of time. So all of my buyer agreements, they sign and acknowledge that I'm unavailable after 7 p.m. and unavailable on Sundays. Like,
I
you want to
like
look at a
that.
house, I'm sorry, I'm not available on that day. Like, we have to
Right.
find a different. So, yeah, just it's all,
I love
that
it.
last is just about having conversations and being upfront with your clients to set proper expectations. So yeah,
And that's a lot, you know, I have to say that that is a high value man that I've been teaching Cash, you know, exactly that. Cash, I'm like, Cash, you gotta take that day off for God, you know, the God of Jacob, you know, of Abraham, you know, Isaac and Jacob. I say, please, you gotta dedicate that one day for him, because nothing else matters, nothing else was the eternal salvation. But yes, I'm with you totally. I love you for that,
thank
Caleb.
you, thank you, thank you.
Nice. So Tony, you had your hand up for a second. Did you have a question?
No, I actually just wanted you to know I posted a link to the microphones in the chat.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Not certain if those are the same ones Caleb's using, but those are the ones that I've been looking at. I think Caleb said that they were $70. These are a little more expensive, but I've been doing my research on them and actually had them in my Amazon cart. So when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, here we go.
That's right.
I
That's right.
love it.
I know Jay Nelson uses some really cool mics too, and he passed them around at our last event in Gatlinburg, and they were really cool. So I've got a picture of those too. So I need to get me some. I've been holding off, but I need to get me some.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, those are the same brand. Those are just higher quality than the ones that I have. So, my videographer, one of the videographers that I work with, he actually uses that. So that would be a great fit.
Very
Love
cool.
it. Love it.
Well, this has been awesome. I love
Oh
hearing
my
about success
God.
stories and people who are doing great in real estate or in business, and especially at such a young age, because as we know, things are changing drastically. And to be able to get in and have a high level of success at your age, you're really teaching people how to do it. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing. And I look
Yes.
forward to seeing more success in your life.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. And I just want to say thank you both for pouring into me. And I mean, so many people here there's so much value that you guys provide. Not only in here, but also I'm blessed and honored to be with you guys at EXP. So thank you guys for taking the time. You know, there's a lot of people that say like, we'll
Thank you.
do all these things and then they don't follow it up. But you
Right.
guys, like what you say, you follow through on. And I'm just
Thank
super
you.
thankful. I talk to my parents about it. Sometimes my
Aw.
parents talk to me about it. I talk to my wife about it all the time, about just how blessed I am to have experienced, or not experienced, but have met you guys. Because I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to be a realtor, and my wife would probably be working.
Aw.
I would not have the flexibility of being able to lay my girls down for bedtime
Oh,
and nap time and feeding them lunch.
oh, love
So,
it.
yeah, so truly
That
thank
right
you
there.
guys.
Music to
That's the
my
reason we
ears.
do this.
Music to my ears.
We love hearing those stories.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thank
for
you guys.
putting God first, and thank you for putting your, your wife second, and your children, and then your business in that order, exactly how he put in the Bible. And I'm so happy to hear that, Jacob, and thank you for sharing all your hearts. You share everything. I mean, like, I'm taking away like notes here. I'm old school. I'm old school.
Oh,
I take
well,
notes, and I appreciate you so much, and I love
thank
you.
you, Caleb,
And
so much. You're awesome. I look forward to seeing
yes.
your future success.
Yes,
And
we want an update
can't
soon.
wait to see you walk across the stage.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
love it. I appreciate you
Thank
guys
you.
so much. Thank you so much.
All
Have a
right.
good rest of
Thank
your day. Thanks for
Thanks,
having me.
you
guys.
too.
We'll see you
And
guys
Thank
next
Caleb,
week
you.
on our Monday Mastermind. Bye,
Caleb, you
guys.
just
Have a great
laid out a
week.
great point
Yes.
about the pricing breakdown. And I wanted to say thank you because I've been trying to figure out a way in my other business because I do invest and I hold, rentals. And you just gave me a completely different way to flip the script that I'd been trying to work towards that
I
I feel
love
is going
it.
to help me
Perfect. I
increase
love it.
my profit margin there. So thank you for that.
You're the
Awesome. I'm
best.
so
Awesome.
glad to hear that. I'm
You
so
see, you're
glad.
such an inspiration now.
That's
I
right.
love it. Yes.
Tony, I'll add you on Facebook, so that way we can connect. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to help.
Awesome. Sounds
Yes.
good.
All righty. Thank
Thank
you guys
you.
so much. Have a
Thank
good
you,
rest of your
Caleb.
day.
Guys. Y'all
You
take
Have a
too.
care.
great
Have a
rest
Bye,
of
great
your day,
week.
guys.
everyone.
Thank
Wonderful week. See you next week.